Okay guys, this is the solution of your homework. First is use factor theorem to show that x plus 1 is a factor. So because you already read factors, that means you have to use a factor theorem. Factor theorem says you have to find the value of x from the divisor, x equals to -1, and then input it into the polynomials. If the answer is 0, that means x plus 1 is a factor. So 5 times -1 plus 5. Okay, let's calculate this. Okay, the result of this one is 0. So x plus 1 is the factor of the polynomial. Okay, next is the same with the previous question. So from 2x minus 5, you have to make it 0, and then you have to find the value of x. X equals to 5 over 2, and then input it into the polynomials. 2 times 5 over 2 cube minus 7 times 5 over 2 square plus 9 times 5 over 2, and then minus 10. And the result for this one also 0. That means 2x minus 5 is the factor. Next is question 3. Given that x plus 4 is a factor, you already read a factor. That means you have to find the value of x from the divisor. For this one is x plus 4. So x plus 4 equals to 0, x equals to -4. And then we have to input it into the polynomials because that is factor theorems. -4 square, -29 times -4, and then plus 12. And because it is a factors, the result have to be equals to 0. And then we calculate this. We will have -64 right here. This one is 16a. And then this one is 80 plus 36, 116 plus 12 equals to 0. Next is simplify this one. 16a. This one will be 52 plus 12, 64, I guess. 64 equals to 0, so 16a equals to -64, a equals to -4. So this is the value of a. Next is question 5. Given that 2x squared plus x minus 1 is a factor, that means you have to find the value of x from this one. X squared plus x minus 1 equals to 0. You can factorize it like this. 2x and x, 1 plus minus. So you have x equals to half and x equals to -1. And then after that, we'll use each of them to find the value of a and b. First, x equals to half. 2 times half to the power of 3 minus half to the power of 2 plus half times a plus b have to be equals to 0 because the question says it's a factor. That means this one will be 1 over 8 times 2, 1 over 4. This one is 1 over 4. And then this one is half a, and then plus b equals to 0. This one is cancelled out. That means b, my bad, half a equals to b. And then I want to multiply this by 2. So I will have a equals to 2b. So from the first equation, we have a equals to 2b. From x equals to -1, you will have 2 times -1 to the power of 3 minus -1 square plus a times -1 and then plus b. And this one also have to be equals to 0 because the question says factors. This one is -2 and this one is -1, -a plus b equals to 0. Because we already have the a, we can replace this a with the previous answer, which is 2b. And then plus b equals to 0. Move the -3 to the right hand side, you will have 3, and this one is -b. So b equals to -3, and then you input it right there, you will have a equals to -6. So a equals to -6 and b equals to -3. Next is question 6. Given that x minus 3 is the factor of the polynomial, that means we can get x equals to 3 from the x minus 3, and then just input it like 2 times 3 to the power of 3 plus p times 3 to the power of 2 plus 2q minus 1 times 3 plus q. It has to be equals to 0 because it's a factor. This one is 54 plus 9p plus multiply by 3, this one 6q minus 3, and then plus q equals to 0. And then 54 minus 53 is 51. My bad, 54 minus 3 I mean. It's 51, and then for the p 9p, for the q 7q equals to 0. That means we'll have 9p plus 7q equals to negative 51. Okay, that is for the first. And then for the second one, you will have 2x plus 1 equals to 0. That means 2x equals to negative 1, x equals to negative 1 over 2. For this one, you'll have 2 times negative 1 over 2 to the power of 3 plus p times negative 1 over 2 square plus 2q minus 1 times negative half, and then plus q equals to 0. Okay, so we'll have negative 1 over 4 right here, and then this one is 1 over 4p, and then when you multiply this, we'll have negative q plus half, and then plus q equals to 0. Oh, we can cancel out the q, and then we'll have the p later. So let's calculate this. We'll have 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4p equals to 0. And then 1 over p equals to negative 1 over 4, p equals to negative 1. Next is to find the q. To find the q, we have to input it into the first equation. So you'll have 9 times negative 1 plus 7q equals to negative 51. So negative 9 plus 7q equals to negative 51. 7q equals to negative 42. Negative 51 plus 9. And then q equals to negative 6. So p equals to negative 1. Q equals to negative 6. Next is question 7. It is given that x plus a is a factor of that one. So x plus a equals to 0, x equals to a. First, we have to find the value of the x and then input it into the polynomials. Negative 8 to the power of 3 plus 4 times negative a to the power of 2 plus 7a times negative a plus 4a. And it has to be equal to 0 because the question says factors. For this one, you'll have negative a to the power of 3 plus 4a squared. And then for this one, you'll have negative 7a squared and then plus 4a equals to 0. And then after this, you can simplify the a squared. So you'll have negative a to the power of 3, negative 3a squared, and then plus 4a equals to 0. And then as you can see, we have a for each of the terms. That means we can factorize. I want factorize negative a, and then you'll have a squared, and then this one will be plus 3a, and then negative 4 equals to 0 as the result. And then for the quadratics, we can factorize like this for 1 plus minus equals to 0. The question wants you to find the possible value of a. So from this one, you will have a equals to 0. From this one, you will have a equals to negative 4. From this one, you will have a equals to 1. So this is our value of a. Okay, next is 8a. For 8a, it is given that x plus 1 is factors. That means x plus 1 equals to 0, x equals to negative 1. The factors of x to the power of 3 plus px plus q. We will use this one first. That means negative 1 to the power of 3 plus p times negative 1 and then plus q. It has to be equals to 0. Negative 1, negative p plus q equals to 0. And then I will move the negative 1 and negative p to the other sides. I will have 1 plus p. Okay, so we already have q equals to 1 plus p. Next, let's use the second polynomials, the x cubed plus 1 minus p x squared plus 19x minus 2q. We can substitute the x with -1, like this, 1 minus p times -1 square plus 19 times -1 negative 2q, and it has to be equals to 0 because the x plus 1 is still the factor of this polynomial. So -1, and then this one is 1 times 1 equals to 1. 1 times negative p equals to negative p, and then -1 times 19 is negative 19, and then negative 2q equals to 0. -1 and 1 cancel out. I will move the negative 19 to the other sides, and yeah, just negative 19. Negative p, negative 2q equals to 19, and then after this I can input the value of the q from the previous equation. The q is 1 plus p, and then just simplify. You will have negative p, negative 2, negative 2p. Oh, almost. I almost did a mistake. Negative 3p equals to 21, so p equals to negative 7. So p equals to negative 7, and then to find the value of q, you only have to substitute it into the first equation. So q equals to negative 6. Okay, for question B, we already have the p equals to negative 7 and q equals to negative 6 from the previous answer. And then I just input the p and q right here. And then I will have these two polynomials. Yeah. And then after that, the question wants you to factorize completely. To factorize means you have to divide the polynomials with the factors first, with one of the factors first. Yeah. So the factors is already given in the questions, which is x plus 1. That means we have to divide this with x plus 1, and also we have to divide this with x plus 1. Remember, if you want to factorize polynomials, you have to divide it with one of the factors. I will use Horner for this one. The x squared is skipped, so it has to be 0, and then negative 6, and then I have x equals to negative 1 from here. X equals to negative 1, yeah. And then just use Horner. 1, negative 1, negative 1, 1, negative 6, and then 6. The remainder is 0, of course, because it's a factor. So you can write x plus 1 for this one, yeah, because it's coming from x plus 1 before. For this one is x squared minus x minus 6. That means x plus 1, and then this one factorize it manually using quadratic factorization, 3, 2, negative, and plus. So this is our first factorization. The second is this one, 1, 8, 19, and 12 divided by x plus 1. That means x equals to negative 1. This one is 1, negative 1, 7, negative 7, 12, and negative 12. Of course, the last one will be 0. So from this one, you will have x plus 1. And then from this one, you'll have x squared plus 7x plus 12. And then for the quadratics, you can factorize it like this. X plus 4 and 3, I guess. Nah, so this is the factorization of the first polynomial, and this is the factorization of the second polynomial. Next is exercise 1F, question 1, find the remainder. The question said you have to find the remainder. That means you can use Horner or you can use remainder theorem. For this one, I will use factor theorem. Remainder theorem, I mean. So remainder theorem says find the value of x from the divisor and then input it into the polynomial. You'll have the remainder. Yeah, so remainder equals to 6 times 1 to the power of 3 plus 3 times 1 square minus 5 times 1 and then plus 2. and the answer is 6. So the remainder for this question is 6. Next is question 1b. Still the same. The question wants you to find the remainder. That means from x plus 4, you have to find the value of x first. So from this one, you'll have x equals to negative 4, and then just input it into the polynomials. Negative 4 to the power of 3 plus negative 4 square, negative 11 times negative 4, and then plus 12. And the remainder is 8. Next is question 2, 2a. When the polynomial divided by x plus 2, the remainder is negative 37. Okay, for this one, you also read remainders, right? Let's use remainder theorem. So x plus 2 equals to 0, x equals to negative 2, and then the remainder will be negative 2 to the power of 3, negative 3 times negative 2 square plus a times negative 2, and then minus 7. And because the remainder is already given, we can replace the r with negative 37 like this, equals to negative 8, and then this one is negative 12, and then this one is negative 2a, and then minus 7. After this, you can simplify the right hand side, so you'll have negative 27 for that one, and then negative 2a. Move the negative 27 to the left hand side, you'll have negative 10 equals to negative 2a, so a equals to negative 10 divided by negative 2, it will become 5. So a equals to 5 for this question. And then next is 2b, the remainder equals to negative 13 for this one, so let's use remainder theorem. 3x plus 2 equals to 0, so 3x equals to negative 2, x equals to negative 2 over 3. After you have the value of x, to find the remainder, you only have to input it into the polynomials, like this, plus b times negative 2 over 3, and then negative 5. So the remainder equals to negative 13, and this one will be negative 8 over 3, I guess, and then negative 2 over 3b, and then negative 5. And then after this, I will move the 8 over 3 to the left hand side, and also the 5 to the left hand side, and just calculate it using your calculator. Negative 8, negative 24, negative 16 over 3, equals to negative 2 over 3b, so b equals to 8. So b equals to 8. Okay, next is question 3. Fx equals to x to the power of 3 plus as squared plus bs minus 5. For this one, you read factors. That means you have to use factor theorem. First, let's try to find the value of x. X equals to 1 from this one. And then I just input it into the polynomials. A times 1 square plus b times 1, and then minus 5. Because it is a factors, the result have to be equals to 0. This one is 1, this one is a, this one is b, minus 5 equals to 0. 1 minus 5 equals to negative 4. And then I want to find the a, so a equals to 4 minus b. Just move the 4 and the b to the right hand side. And then after this, you read remainder of negative 6 when divided by x plus 1. That means we will use the remainder theorem. So x plus 1 equals to 0, x equals to negative 1. After this, you just input it into the polynomial, negative 1 to the power of 3 plus a times negative 1 square, and then plus b times negative 1, and then minus 5. The answer have to be the remainder, negative 6. And then this one is negative 1, this is a, this is negative b, minus 5 equals to negative 6, and then a minus b minus 6 equals to negative 6, a minus b equals to 0, and then I can change this a into 4 minus b, it's taken from the previous answer, and then you have negative 2b equals to negative 4, so b equals to 2. And then input it right there, you have the value of a. So A equals to 2, B equals to 2. Next is question 6. We have polynomials leave a remainder of r when divided by x minus 1, remainder of negative 10 when divided by x minus 3. Okay, so first we'll do this one first. X plus 1 means x plus 1 equals to 0, x equals to negative 1, and then input it into the polynomial, negative 1 to the power of 3 plus 6 times negative 1 to the power of 2 plus p times negative 1 and then minus 3. The result have to be the remainder, and the remainder says the question says the remainder is r, so we just write it as r. Let's simplify this one. You'll have plus 6 right here, negative p, and then negative 3 equals to r, and then after that we can simplify the left hand side. You'll have negative p 5 minus 3 equals to 2 equals to r. So from the first equation we already have the value of the r, and then from the second equations we have x minus 3, x equals to 3, I mean from the second sentence, and then the remainder for this one is negative 10. You will do it just like the x equals to negative 1, input the 3 into the polynomial, p times 3 and then minus 3, but this time the remainder is negative 10r. So this one is 27, this one is 54, and this one is 3p, and then minus 3 equals to negative 10 times the remainder, because not the remainder, the r, because we already have the r from the previous answer. We can replace it like that, and then this one is 81 minus 3 equals to 78 plus 3p equals to 10p minus 20, and then this one is 7p, and then when you move the negative 20 you will have 98, and then p equals to 14. So p equals to 14. It's not finished yet. You have to find the remainder when the expression is divided by x minus 2. So first let's rewrite the polynomial. We have x to the power of 3 plus 6x squared. The p itself is 14, 14x, and then minus 3, and then it's divided by x minus 2. Okay, so the question only wants you to find the remainder. Just input the value of the x. X equals to 2 to the power of 3 plus 6 times 2 square plus 14 times 2 and then minus 3. You will have 8 plus 24 plus 28 and then minus 3. 5, 29, 57 I guess. So the answer is 57. Okay, next is exercise 1F, question 8. The question says the roots of fx equals to 0. The question already said roots and also said that fx equals to 0. Actually, if the question didn't tell you this one, fx equals to 0, when you read roots, that means fx equals to 0. Yeah. So and the root itself are negative 1, 2, and k. Roots means the value of x. So x equals to negative 1 for this one is x equals to 2, and this one is x equals to k. And also because the question says fx equals to 0, that means when x equals to 1, if you input it into the polynomial, the result will be 0. 2 times negative 1 cube plus a times negative 1 square plus b times negative 1 and then plus c, it has to be equals to 0. So you will have negative 2 plus a minus b plus c equals to 0, and then you'll have a minus b plus c equals to 2. Oh my god, we have ABC right here. Okay, next we'll use the x equals to 2. X equals to 2 means 2 times 2 to the power of 3 plus a times 2 to the power of 2 and then plus b times 2 and then plus c equals to 0. This one is 16 plus 4a plus 2b and then plus c equals to 0. I will move the 16. That means for a plus 2b plus c equals to negative 16. Okay, so this is our first equation, this is our second equation, and then we can get the third equation from this one. When fx is divided by x minus 1, the remainder is 6. So when x equals to 1, x minus 1 means x equals to 1. I can input it into the polynomials 1 to the power of 3 plus a times 1 to the power of 2, and then plus b times 1, and then plus c. The answer is the remainder. The remainder itself is 6. Let's simplify this one. 2 plus a plus b plus c equals to 6. I will move the a plus b plus c equals to 4. So I have the third equation. Okay, next let's eliminate the first and the second one, this one and this one. So I will write it like this. And then a plus b plus c equals to 4. If we subtract them, we can get the b, negative 2b. A minus a equals to 0, c minus c equals to 0. This one is negative 2, so b equals to 1. This is the value of b. Next, let's use the first and the third. The first and the third. So I will write it as a minus b plus c equals to 2, and then 4a plus 2b plus c equals to negative 16. And then after this, I will subtract them. So we will have negative 3a minus 3b equals to 18. Since we already have the value of b, we can substitute the b equals to 18. So negative 3a equals to 21, a equals to negative 7. And then next, to find the c, you only have to input it into the these equations. Actually, you can choose any equations you have, but I will choose this one. The a is negative 7, the b is 1, and then plus c equals to 4. So the c equals to 4 plus 6 equals to 10. So the c equals to 10. A equals to negative 7, b equals to 1, c equals to negative 10. We are not finished yet because we have to find the value of k. Okay, I will write it first. Okay, I already replaced the a, b, c into the polynomials. So our polynomials is 2x to the power of 3 minus 7x squared plus x and then plus 10. And then the question said that the one of the root is k. That means x equals to k. And then when we input into the polynomial, 2 times k to the power of 3 minus 7 times k squared. I don't think we can use this one, guys. Okay, so I will rewrite it like this instead, plus x plus 10. Okay, so we already know that we have the other roots, right, which is negative 1 and 2. X equals to negative 1 and x equals to 2. That means we can write this in the form of the factor like this, x minus 2, and maybe one or the other one, the last one, is this one. But because we don't know the value of k, let's pretend that we don't know this one yet. Okay, so just multiply this one, x squared minus 2x plus x will be negative x, and then negative 2, and then after that when you multiply it with this one, it will become 2x to the power of 3 minus 7x squared plus x plus 10. Okay, I can assure you that the first one is 2x, because when 2x times x squared, it will become 2x to the power of 3. So the first one is 2x, and because the last one is negative 2, it has to become 10. That means this one is negative 5. It has to be negative 5. So the 2x, from 2x minus 5 we can find the value of the x equals to 5. So x equals to 5 over 2. That means the next roots, which is k, is 5 over 2. So k equals to 5 over 2. And then we are not finished yet. We have to find the remainder when the polynomial is divided by x plus 2. So I already copy the polynomials. Okay, this is our polynomials, and then the question wants you to find the remainder. So remainder equals to, just input the value of the x from this one. You will have x equals to negative 2. That means negative 2 to the power of 3 minus 7 times negative 2 square plus negative 2 and then plus 10. So the remainder equals to negative 16, and then this one is negative 28, this one is negative 2, and then plus 10. So r equals to negative 44, negative 46, negative 36. So the answer is negative 36. And the last one is question 9. For question 9, find the remainder of px when divided by x minus 1. I choose these questions because this question is a little bit hard. You have to use your logical thinking and maybe the formula from the other chapters to solve these questions. So first, read the remainder. Remainder means find the value of the x and then input it into the polynomial. So x equals to 1. Input it into the polynomial. You will have 2 times 1 plus 4 times 1 square plus 6 times 1 cube, and then plus blah 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 plus 100 times 1 to the power of 50. And the question wants you to find the remainder. Okay, let's simplify this one first. You will have 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus blah 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 plus 100. Okay, so to calculate this, I think we have to use arithmetic sequence because the pattern is plus 2 plus 2 and then plus 2 until 100, yeah. But before that, let's write down the formula. Un equals to a plus n minus 1 times the difference, and the Sn equals to n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times the difference. Okay, so first I want to find the n for the 100. Just input the un right here. 100 equals to a equals to 2 plus the n we don't know yet, the d is 2. That means 100 equals to 2 plus 2n minus 2, and then 100 equals to 2n, so n equals to 50. Because there are 50 terms and the question wants you to add them, that means we have to use Sn. So S50 equals to 50 over 2 times 2 times a plus 50 minus 1 times the difference is 2 equals to 2550. Yeah. Okay, that is the solution of your homework. I hope that you can understand it well. If you cannot, just ask me. Yeah. Thank you guys. Bye bye.